These beats are the purest. Roll it. These beats are the purest. Roll it. These beats are the purest. Roll it. These beats are the purest, realest. These beats are the purest, realest.
We have a match. It's Noopy versus Monks. We're going in. Week 7. No Alari. No Flashpoint. Woo. I'm here with Paninii, the prod and caster, and yeah. If you expect high effort, don't expect that. Also, keep in mind there is a scuff screen with Riddle Dog and I think a Kua on Aurora too. Just got ruins. This probably favors the Monks more. I think they are more of a. They play more poke. They play more poke, and this is probably the worst rush map. What bug? Oh yeah, but there's also a new bug that you don't see a crosshair unless you spec them while they respawn. Let's see. Queen versus... Okay. Pretty much it looks like Fish has been watching too much Overwatch League and thinks Torb is good, despite Torb still being... In my opinion, though. I think Torb is very overrated right now. He does find a headshot onto Suki, though, on high ground, but it does look like the Queen is just, with the shot, able to push it a bit aggressively. Without that shot there, the Reese can just jab back in, or Jasmine back in, can just recreate the space. Derek is doing a good job LOSing this Widow, as Elko does eventually track down the Widow. Genji is a really good character for doing that, but Typhoon does fall, the Ringer, and Nord also is booped off the map by Hayden, so it looks like it will be slowly going in favor of the Noopy end for this first fight. in a lot of situations, you want to go around the Orisa, but with the Junker Queen, you can't really do that because the Orisa can just, can just control you. But it looks like there's this Nano Blade as he finds one really quickly, finds the second onto the Widowmaker, does find 3 Elko popping off right there with that blade. Like fast fight win. Be a quick flip. Also, the swap onto the Zenyatta, which is a very good swap. I know Typhoon was saying in his match versus the Stone Hedgehogs that, yeah, I should have stayed Zen because Kevin was just rolling out on this Orisa, and this Zenyatta allows your team to put a lot more frontline pressure onto this Orisa without really needing to play fast into her. Zuki is on fire, has to TP away, is getting boot back, is wide, very low, doesn't actually fall to the sound shots, whatever that sound cannon is, but looks like Nora's being pushed into the window, does get pushed from the back, does get the ult off, finds onto 3, will be able to bleed them down and get some good self-heal. She does ult across the Mega, I believe, and it looks like it'll be a quick fight win, or not really a quick, but pretty decisive fight win. Yeah, it looks like the core will be comboed with the Result, but the Trank to just go forward and get this, and key up the Kiriko as they try and kite out, but Typhoon is not in a good spot after his Trank. He does get caught up pretty quickly after that. Jab does find its way into Wreck Cactus as he's trying to force back, and we do have a special guest, Booney! As in the middle of this fight, as it is being cleaned up, I think, by the Monks, but no, Bob is invested. We'll be able to find a lot of value here, as Nordius does get taken down by Tanic B, and the Bob clutches out from Optical Crash.
Yeah, by the way, Panini, you're muted on stream, so I thought Fedora Soulcast is why I couldn't join.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I don't have stream audio on, so I didn't know Panini was muted.
True. Yeah, going into this, you have the Monks have both their DPS ults, so that's actually going to be really big for them to come in here. And really only the beat coming out from the Noopy with 86%, it is actually looking really good right here for the Monks to hold on here.
I'll go with the Ego Dash onto the wall riding Lucio, almost catches him, but the Blaze can be invested as it tries to get anything, but the beat is there along with the lamps. Well, it forces a lot of cooldowns, but as long as they can sustain this fight, no, Derek does get taken down by Tanic B with the Torbjorn. The turret needs to be poked out if Elko wants to try and go in, but no, another pick. 3 from Tanic, I think. Or is it 3? No, it's 2. I can't count. Counting is hard.
No, it was 3. It was Derek was the first one, and then both the supports.
Oh yeah, it was Derek.
Oh, Elko falls late there. Yeah, the Echo ult and the Rampage here are going to be very good ults to have, but it is going to be really difficult to push in here, especially now that everyone's getting staggered. If they can
fight as well. The ult does find 2 onto the Baptiste. They need to try and collapse on this Baptiste. The shift is also used, so won't be able to shift after the anti is over, but it looks like the super pass will be taken out. Never mind. Instantly the DPS collapse onto it. Big Torbolt, but the Suzu and the Trank able to keep up Nort on this fight. There's a lot of core everywhere. The Trank is gonna end, but it looks like, oh, if we're able to get Typhoon, no. So we'll be able to get maybe a last touch if they do swap to something fast. At least Lucio can hit this roll. They will be able to, but if they stuff this close, they won't be able to get the last touch. So it looks like this push front might go in the favor of the Monkeys. The Kitsune's used trying to stuff them their spawn doors. They're swapping over to the Reinhardt, but Aiden's trying to get the touch. Does he make it? He does not. He does? No,
what? He does not.
He almost made it. He's like a pixel off.
That was a good call to stuff there too, because if they would have like given some space, they would have been able to touch, and they made some swaps that might have been really good against, like the Ryan I think would have been really good against the Junker Queen. So yeah, it's a good thing they stuffed that there, because the Monks, I don't know if would have been able to decisively win the recontest.
Yeah, we will be going into the Lighthouse map, which if you are playing this rush, I mean, you do have an never mind, you go in May. Okay, so the Noopy's plan is just going to be to bunker point and force the fight into point and try and win that each time with their superior brawling comp. With the idea of the DPS from the Monks, they want to take space, control these high guns, and try and poke in. Elko also is going on the Soj, a lot better character to abuse these high guns, with Wreck Cactus being able to create off angles with the, the flying abilities. But it looks like already onto point is the Noopy. Azul trying to just wait for this cap to come online, trying to sustain this poke. Hayden is trying to get high ground.
Elko and Derek are going for these like really good angles right now, so they might be able to just go around this Ryan shield. Ryan gets slept. I think he's connect.
Yeah,
Fish pulls so
Fish
low.
needs a bunker. Fish just needs to stay.
Lamp is
He
forced.
can't do anything else.
And they're just surrounding them on all sides here.
First flip does go in favor of them, but the shield just falls very low. The TP
The
onto high
TP
ground trying
away.
to force them out. The massive nade, the massive sleep. It looks like the kills are gonna quickly go in favor of the monks. And the flip as well. Fish is not able to pin off the point. Oh, gets the W57 AR classic Ryan pin off
Fish
the map.
got his. Hayden might get staggered here. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get out. The sleep. Yeah, that's the stagger from the Lucio there is gonna give Nord enough time to come back. If he would have been able to get out, they might have been able to recontest before the Junker Queen comes back. So it's a really good punish on the Hayden there. Elko is coming close to this overclocked, and even though there is the Rhine shield, if you look for a good angle around the shield, you might be able to get a lot of value with this.
Crash popping off the sim onto the Genji to be able to solo contest these high grounds, no TP onto them. So they're just gonna try and hope the Optical can contest these. Elko has to slide out. It's gonna be chased by Optical and shot by Paninii. Elko does fall early. Lamp has to be used as they rotate the point. You're gonna want that back, but you do get the flip. Fish is still just out here. He wants to take the space, trying to control this courtyard. They got swinging onto Nort. The TP from Zuki can be in danger zone. The shot. Oh. That was a shatter. But the pin onto point does eventually get Nort. As they try and regroup onto point, Elko is back, trying to spam in. As well as Zuki on top of point. Elko just had to try and burn the shield. Pin in, just gonna slide a high ground. Still looking for this pick. But won't be able to find it.
Panic might get picked here. Yeah.
That's fine. He doesn't need to rotate the point yet.
A lot of ults from both sides here. I'm keeping an eye on this duplicate here.
When we use the orb onto the point on the backline, the lamp falls quickly as well. With the nano into Nord, able to just cleave so much with his axe. Blaze trying to catch anything. Eventually desist with the kill on Echo, but looks like it'll just be Fish and Fish alive trying to get a kill on point. Hayden's also there, but I don't think it'll be anything of significance as they do eventually fall. They do. The monks really need to catch them on the rotation.
Yeah, they should be able to, especially with this Echo here. If Typhoon can land like a big nade here, they might be able to really go in off that. Panic with this Molten Core, if they are able to get to the point, that's going to be really brutal to try to push into if the monks are protecting the point there.
It does fall, so Derek's a bit more free to walk in space as Elko finds Optical very quickly, sleep onto Panic as well. Elko finds two. It will be a fast fight as Hayden is just chilling in Lamp, getting the moves, and just eventually dies.
And
these kills can be chased. They're
70% too.
He's going in, and Panic is low. Fish is here to try and bail him out, but it doesn't matter. And these kills might also be up for grabs.
Yeah, they're gonna get Fish here too. They might opt to use the Rampage here just because it's so close to 100%. Elko gets too greedy.
Lamp also invested. They gotta get back and try and take this fight in the courtyard or on point. Just keep the poke going on. The shatter cancels the Rampage, but the Suzu were able to keep him alive for now. He's still falling low. He's gonna come back to his on LS, but he's unable to get there in time. No ult's quite online. Elko does come back with the overclock, but Derek falls almost to his dupe. Oh, the overclock is not going to be enough to get through the shield or to get any picks. So they just got to wait. Nano's also online.
A lot of ults from both teams
they have
here.
Enough time. They do have enough time, though.
Yeah, they're going to have the touch and a lot of ults here, so they can opt to either go in with the Nano, go in with the Katsina Rush.
They're going with everything. Oh, the core on point. So dangerous. The dupe onto Ryan. Able to get Fish very quickly. The dupe is expired.
Big beat comes up.
Optical having a face-to-face brawl, but they
don't touch. No way.
I think you forgot
It was a 3v4, but they definitely could have still gone in, got some more time. Who knows what would have happened if they touched there. But now, in my opinion, they go to probably the best map for the monks. Is this well, I guess it depends on what the Noopy want to run. Like Junker Queen can get some big knife pulls into the well. You can have Flyers, I think, is very good here. A lot of cover. And the Rhine and the Torb, I feel like or they're going Orisa here actually. Orisa I do like a lot better here. But yeah, the problem is you can like stay on point, but there's not a lot of cover, and then Elko and Cactus can just go high ground, go look for these angles, and then not really a lot of cover, so they kind of just have to tank the DPS of the monks. Typhoon does go back to the Zen here, which I think is actually going to get quite a bit of value, especially against this Orisa.
Yeah, it just puts a lot of extra pressure on this Orisa. Makes you not able to stand these fights as long. Because, you know, there's still 20% damage increase. It's still a lot. As Panic is just trying to chase over Zuki. As he does overextend for that kill, Lamp is also invested as Nort can just pound in the damage onto his Orisa, but he gets Jasmine into the enemy team. He won't be able to sustain this unless he gets a shout off. Oh, he does get the healing. The Zen Orb is clutch, but on the off angle is Helix is able to find Zuki, and it looks like this fight will eventually go down without that healing from the flex support.
Typhoon gets this.
Good job, Typhoon. Good pick.
Yeah, Typhoon and Elko both had a really good angle, but Elko just got a little bit greedy and got picked there. If Elko and Typhoon could just sustain on those angles they had, that would have been really good for the monks.
Oh, Hayden's gonna try and contest. Elko almost gets the poop off the map, but is able to just, you know, squeeze his way back in from the little windows on the side, back up to the high ground, but Hayden's still there to contest. Almost as the rail misses, so we can take this fight, and he does eventually get Elko. A massive early pick from Hayden.
Or Texas is close to this duplicate. If he can build it, they might get Hayden here too. They do get Hayden, but Fish finds two. I think he's looking to
find Nord as well, yeah.
He might get Typhoon too. Oh, Optical Crash steals the 4K.
Very sloppy so far from the monks. They need to try and close up these gaps they're leaving in their own team.
Yeah, I think part of it is the support line is a little bit weird. Kiriko's in with the Junker Queen.
It's a BAP now.
The BAP, I think, is better than the Kiriko, but also it feels kind of like weird with the Junker Queen.
The Noopy are just doing a good job bunkering inside cages, not really making them play into them. But this window just able to control so much paint, so he doesn't have as many angles, and Elko falls again as Lon with Fish finding two once more. Gotta get out now. Last fight territory after as long as they don't get staggered, they should be able to get another contest to shout out.
Yeah, they do stay alive. Rectacta swaps to this Hanzo. Yeah, it feels like they're playing really pokey, but then they have the Junker Queen that wants to play like really fast. So it's kind of a weird comp they're running out on. But they do have ults here, so they might be able to capitalize with some of these ults.
Yeah, also, this turret is just in the open. Shoot the turret! Elko has an angle to shoot turret. He is finally shooting turret, but doesn't take it down all the way. Please kill this Torb turret. It's just peppering Elko this entire time. The turret is still alive in the open this entire. I am losing my mind. I am losing my mind.
Yeah. I don't know.
So baffled that Torb turret just stood there for so long. It just died so long.
Yeah. Also, a lot of the heroes on the monks are very good at like two-shotting the turrets. The Hanzo, the Baptiste, and the Zen can all do pretty safe poke on the turret without really sacrificing too much. Pretty expensive fight there from the monks, but it also was kind of an expensive fight from the Noopy too.
Nor might be cut off here if he's not careful. Elko does find Hayden, so good early pick. So the orb just is gonna rest on top of Fish. Not able to do a lot. Can't play too aggressively. As if it's stopping him before. Torb turret's down. Good job.
They got
early Jasmine in with the window to support. Instantly Nort goes past the choke, gets an axe, but he just dies for it.
Oh, I'll go.
They fight inside,
Oh, Fish gets taken down.
But overextends for it. That orb just stays connected and just able to be spammed out.
Cactus gets bonked.
Bonk.
Nort
back on Doom. Might be able to clutch us out. Able to get Panic really quickly. Hey guys, there's a turret in the middle of the point. Might want to shoot that. Nice job. Oh, but
Crash gets
the Dorb able to just find Elko, and Nort falls as well. Just Zuki alive on point. Has to stall it out, but don't really have the tools or the abilities online to do so. So, and just dies. Oh wait, the touch.
the eat from Fish. Hate's getting a lot of final blows here. I don't know if you noticed that.
Haydo's gonna pop it off the Lucio. It will be Noopy first map on Ilios, which means the map pick will go to the Monks for our next map. But before that, you can enjoy this play as we go into break. Hello, welcome back. Panini is now dead. It's been taken to the grave site. I've been replaced by Booney. So, hello, Booney.
Hey man, he's just been sent back to the muted zone where he was for the first half of that first map anyway. So
Yeah.
But our
Right.
next map had been selected. It's going to be King's Row, and it's interesting because if
This
you
is the
are
Noopy's
if you're the
playground.
monk is this is where the newbie want to go. Like Fish is a very excellent Reinhardt player, and Tenekby is probably the best Mei we have in the league in terms of being like a specialist. And then when you look at it, I mean, you got Zucchini and Typhoon, both very great flexport players, but not really a Lucio player for speed for a brawl comp. So potentially a questionable map pick coming up for the Monkas here. But maybe something kind of cooking up behind the scenes. Who knows? Typhoon can pull out a Brig. But with the
He's so
Shady Fish
excited.
not being here, there isn't really a Reinhardt player. So Nort by sticking to that Junker Queen we saw him put to some pretty good use, honestly, in Ilios. The meta is very much in the air right now, but I think kind of our two favorites are that Orisa or that Junker Queen. Being the high GM Blight player there, FedoraMaster. What is the benefits of running that Junker Queen? You know, we saw the patch notes. Orisa very strong now, nigh unkillable, and a lot of long range damage now with her buffs. But we've seen a lot of Junker Queen game played. So what's kind of the idea behind that, you think?
To be honest, I don't have any idea because I feel like Junker Queen just gets bullied by Arisa because you can just jab spin her away. You can jab her out of her axe. But the only thing I can think of is about it's like the only rush tank who can consistently get past Arisa, as far as I know, and try and get to that backline. So if you're on Junker Queen, you want to ignore the Arisa as much as possible and get to their backline, get that axe, swing, shout your team in. That's the only thing I can possibly think of.
I mean, another thing like you're talking about is getting past him is you're always seeing a lot of the meta being kind of towards the new Alari look, or even some Kiriko coming back with her Suzu changes. So not really much of a Lucio kind of play and higher play, per se. Not 100% of the time, but perhaps that shout, just that extra speed boost to walk past the enemy backline could be the game changer. But going in here onto King's Row, of course, we don't see any compositions. We are not Overwatching by any means, so that Joker Queen, advantage it has in the higher ranks might not even apply here. And there's playing it because Nort's comfortable on it. That could also be the case as well. But
Woo, comfort picks.
it is going to be the Monkas on the defense first. Need to come out with here. And North's going to be looking at Ramatra. Ramatra did get some changes, of course. I think it's been pretty heavily a nerf all around because of those armor changes when he's blocking. A lot easier to kill, but can still put out a lot of damage, can still put out some big spam on rotations, and still have some pretty great utility with that mobile shield on top of that slowing. But I highly doubt Optical Crash will do they know that you can't switch back now? Do they know you can't switch back, or is this what they're running? It appears that's not the case, and the okay, that's unorthodox. Optical Crash, of course, locking the tank, but I highly doubt that will be the case moving forward.
just gotta hold on one sec.
What are you analyzing? This is awful. What are you analyzing? They're flipping a coin.
Let me check what roles people signed upon to make sure they could do.
Yeah, Crash is not signed up for tank. So...
no, he is signed up. He's just unplaced.
I see.
So they can do this.
They're staying with it. Okay. Right. So Optical Crash on the Reinhardt here over Fish on King's Row. Interesting. I guess you win one map and all of a sudden your ego is exploding.
Honestly, pop off.
Yeah, why not? Go for it. Because who knows? I don't know. But Elko starting off here on the Sojourn, falling very weak here. It's kind of a no man's land, but does get healed right back up here. It is just kind of a bit of a spam fest right now as they try to take the control of Statue. Fish on his, I guess, signature Junkrat at this point.
Kind of sticking Widow as well.
Bit of space. The 8 does go in, but they find no targets, and the first headshot comes down. The Sojourn out of the fight. Norlogic pushing forward, but it's just isolated. A nice charge in from Optical Crash. Perhaps a new Reinhardt starter for the Noopy. Gets Antonated up as Typhoon's on this high ground, but Zucchini isolated, taken down. Tankby on this Widowmaker, which somebody don't see him on very often. Opens up with 2 picks, and King's Row A goes the way of the Noopy very quickly. Unorthodox look for him, but it's working out so far.
Nord also hopping onto the Reinhardt, taking the duel. The interesting thing is that with the comp you're playing, you want... Okay, Elko dies. You want Elko on that high ground for first point, so you just create angles. Because, the high grounds on King's Row are very, very oppressive if you're not careful. But he just wasn't able to do that because of the Widow.
Oh, they are going forward right now. Typhoon is behind him, though, for Anthony does land on the Optical Crash, forcing to back off the wall. Not quite in the right spot for Red Cactus. Optical Crash gets back with the team, nice and healthy. Now Lord Logic and Optical Crash are having a swing fest up by the bookstore. But it's just nothing too much going on right now. Typhoon's in a good spot, though.
Oh,
big wall does land. Those charges are going to land. The reverse charge, the shatter charge! The window, the engine comes through, but will it be enough? No, Red Cactus is the first to fall. And the window will continue to create space. Optical Crash is going in right now. He has the support of his team, though. They have the best ult in the game. Sights online as well. They know where the enemy team is. Look at this flank attack. He's on the alleyway. Elko has no idea. Slides on in. Can he get the pick? No. But
the Reinhardt there with the peel.
Charge in. What is going on in this match right now? Absolute shenanigans. Fish is there. Typhoon is still there, though. The Anthony not going to land anybody with Hayden here. The Nano Window Flame Strike will find Fish. Target confirmed.
The shoulder check.
Oh, the shatter. Through, takes down the Hayden. Both sports gone. It's just Optical Crash. That's all he's going to get for his troubles. And finally, stabilization comes through for the Monkas.
High ground. He's peeking the window. He's looking for an early kill.
He got Fish antied, but Fish is alive. Typhoon is still there, though. I mean, this is just pure chaos right now. You have Typhoon ringing, doing a flank on a nade strat. You have Fish on Junkrat. I don't know what's going on anymore.
These are Reinhardt's having a great time on KR. That's what it looks like to me. Looks like they're having a ball of a time, but you gotta get Derek out as the Blizzard is invested the pin out. Also the Wait, what else? Was
Pin,
it? Oh yeah, the
blizzard
overclock.
overclock gets nothing. Elko
Oh,
does
boom.
eventually find the kill on
Onto
Tanky
Tannic.
without the help of the overclock. The shadow
Shatter
already
is
finds the
blocked.
shield. 8 Immortality Field comes in to keep Northlogic alive on the corner right now, but in exchange on Immortality Fields, there comes the fish tire. The fish tire finds 3! Massive from Fish, and now it's just Zucchini alone on the high ground. She's trying to get out through alley, but it might not be enough. She has been spotted by Optical Crash, who starts swinging in the alley. An average English greeting in the dark alleys of King's Row. And
It's not a knife, it's a hammer this time though. bro, the hammer crime's on a rise.
Oh my lord. But Hayden is just standing still in the window getting shot at. Falls weak. But we'll stay alive. Now it's just Norton Rectax on the point. The wall not gonna land, not gonna ice anybody. Optical Crash is frozen up, anti-naded, but Nort goes down. The pin, it just goes in! But the new cap, the second point now, Typhoon is just trying to get anything done on point, make anything look good in the kill feed. Not gonna happen.
Hey, it's King's Row 3rd. It's where Time Bank's gonna die.
Hey!
It's time. It's
Before my
time for
time
the
bank
high
is-
ground to be used correctly and them to be held. Because that's what King's Row 3rd is all about. High ground usage. It's so fun.
They did use an early Immortality Field, though, inside the Monkas, so Nort might be in trouble if he plays up aggressively, which he is. Oko does have the rail, but not gonna find any mark.
for Nort.
Looking
He's gonna
for
be
it.
looking for it. He's looking for it. Ah,
Shadow just finds the shield. I mean, Optical Crash also 6% away from his own, so could look to land that down. Tampy is in the off angle and Horseshoe with his Hanzo.
Echoes on high
Breaking down
ground.
those logs. The dragon is in the back. Elko does fall right in. It is 1 HP, but Radical slides to safety. The Shatter lands on Nort, but the Nano comes in to keep him up and healthy.
Oh,
Now, Optical Crash goes in with the overclock. There's just so much damage coming in onto the Noopy. The Monk is going to take this home. I mean, Tampy gets 1 for his trouble, but Zucchini led to the kill feed with 2.
Hey, that's already a minute off the time bank.
But you did use a couple ults there. Had used Overclock, had used your Nano Boost. You did use Shatter, but Nort built it pretty quickly with that Nano Boost. And just the beat really for the answer here, but Fish built to another tire. Can we see another 3K from the GOAT of Junkrat, I suppose?
Beat online as well. The window from Zuki should be big to control the space. Force the Reinhardt at least to just use the card as cover as you go in here, but you can also just combo it and get a big fire strike. Gets 2!
Oh, huge! Both supports are gone! Nice combo there from Zucchini and Nort Logic, and Nort just presses forward. The W key gaming is enabled. And that's going to be a quick fight win here for the Monkas. I guess if you are the Noopy,
the Fish.
a bit of a bright spot for the Noopy is it was quick, I guess, but you didn't use any ults either, so both support ults as well as your tire to re-engage here, but Nort, a big shatter, could be waiting from the other side.
You say it was quick, but that was another minute.
I mean, it was quick, but they're just standing there menacingly.
Shatter can be big here. Derek also with, oh no, wait, the trade. That is a trade that definitely goes in favor of the Monks, as Core is also used. The pin onto Optical.
The tire's in, no, the tire! It finds nothing but the Immortality Field.
Inside of the Core.
Oh, that's disaster. Using that tire. Another fight win gone. That fight was only held
And a
about 2
stagger
minutes.
onto Titanic as well.
Titanic B and the Immortality Field's gone as well, so if they push this advantage, it could be huge! Norton just pushing forward, WK Gaming enabled.
I love King's Row 3rd.
Oh, Norton's going for it.
He's cooking. Oh, but does he get Sonicked though? Wait, never mind.
Fish on the Bastion.
They don't
Sure.
know.
They don't know. They do not know.
don't know.
They do not know. They do not know, but only gets 2. But the entire field is there. The B on top of it. Nort has won the fight for his team if he just survives, but the pin with the Bastion
The nail got canceled.
It's just simply too much. Elko does slide on through, but does nothing for his life to prolong it. Typhoon, the Antonade lands onto 2 members, but no follow-up is there. And I do not know what's happening anymore. The flank shatter finds nothing. No follow-up, no help, not PNG from LeBron.
Oh, but I mean, the nano was canceled onto Nort trying to keep him up. So you lose that ultimate. You only have overclock and almost window, but the window's gonna be used early. Nort takes the Reinhardt away. There's no shield.
I mean, he does
So far,
create the space. They can't use his window anymore, so a good pin on Steve.
it's a
Nice one onto both DPS. And they get the kills on top. As Anthony will land only on Optical Crash, but is going to get healed right back up here with the help of Sleepy on the point. Norton is swinging for the fences, but nothing coming out of it. And the picks are coming through. They're going to cap it with time. Elko might be able to get one more touch, and no, Optical Crash is in your spawn. And with
good string of
16
fights, though.
seconds, they're going to cap.
It was a good stream of fights coming in from the monks. It was just the now getting canceled was kind of the big deal breaker there at the end. Because if you can keep Nora alive there, you can probably turn that fight as you just wait away those dragons. But that all being wasted in that case just kind of ruins your momentum that you had and just gives the Noopy a lot of space to push up with.
But if you look at it, though, you did cap King's Row third. That's honestly pretty good, because a lot of teams, honestly, don't get towards that third point end, but who knows? Maybe the Monkeys can take advantage of the Optical Crash Reinhardt, but honestly, the Optical Crash Reinhardt and the Fish DPS, it wasn't too bad.
It cooked.
It did cook.
The power of friendship carried them.
It wasn't a 3-star Michelin, Gordon Ramsay ain't serving it on Kitchen Nightmares, but it honestly, it did some work. It's like midway through the season of Hell's Kitchen, right? The chefs have got their footing. They're not doing anything too special. It's some nice risotto on the side, but it worked. That's all that matters. It worked. They didn't get eliminated. They kept their jacket, and now they're going on next round.
Yeah, for them to somehow mess up by a big shot, right? Because now look at this comp. Surely this comp is not real, right?
Well, they are in the defense, so they're already there, ready to go.
The damage boosted Moira orb to start.
The Mercy should honestly be allowed to attach her leash to the orb. She can heal the healing orb to give more off, or she can damage the damage orb. I like it, but
the damage orb.
Boosted orb is huge. And they get 2 picks off it. Nort is just there trying to get anything done. Typhoon will find one. He is on the high ground alone right now, and he's still alive. How has this happened? Typhoon eventually goes down, but it is a 3-on-3. No, it's a 3-on-2. It's just the DPS of dangerous. Typhoon Zen has killed both supports and has won them point A. All right. And Elko finds another.
Ringer diff, honestly.
Are they going to get the res off here? But it's a one-on-one exchange. Only 2 hits garnered, but Optical Crash takes a jab to the face inside the hotel.
Bunny might... Oh, no. Never mind, Bunny. Just GA's away. Perfectly fine. Fish is not fine, though.
Just phase on in like a Chad. Sigma male grind set. Touch enemy spawn doors challenge. And Optical Crash
Bunny's
swaps
here.
onto the Junker Queen.
Wait. Bunny is popping off with that
Bunny's
Bunny
cooking.
blaster.
Wait, Bunny's cooking.
Oh, but
They can't punish. They can't punish.
Can they? If Nor can get a jab? Oh! Oh! There's no one on the other end to catch that. That's unlucky. So what if we were to get out?
Optical Crash is there. The Discord Orb lands over on the Junker Queen. Can't get the X-Wing. No cards activated right now, but it's a 5-on-5. We finally have a full team here. Fish over onto the Cassidy. Swapped off that Farah, but Red Cactus in the alleyway puts some pressure in the back line.
And flanking high ground.
Hayden's gonna get slow orbed, forced to fade away to the back enemy team, but in the meantime, Fish has fallen. They do exchange out for Typhoon though, so with that Discord Orb out of the fight, it's gonna be a lot easier for Optical Crash to make some progress here. Northifield invested out from Zucchini, but nothing really coming out of that one. Optical Crash with the Carnage slams on in and Elko.
There's no one on point. They're just not getting any progress here, and they're just slowly dying.
Invested as well, but they're just not doing anything. Typhoon is slowly floating back towards the point round. The Pulse Bomb comes in, but no kills out the back bit. Now North Logic is getting staggered.
That is a tragic fight. They stopped getting progress during all of that too. They just slowly died off. Typhoon.
He will get out with his life. He has
high
trans.
ground. Ooh, the high ground's being controlled by the Mercy Pocketed Soldier of Panic Bee. Oh, they gotta be careful pushing in here because he could just be visored from behind as you go in. Oh, never mind. Oh, that's massive. But the res is gonna go off.
They're gonna get
Zuki's contesting.
Zucchini falls weak, but she gets out with her life.
They're so split. Nort is in. The visor's behind. The Trank is there.
Oh my!
Only goes on Nort. That's perfectly fine. They just need to wait and chill out with this Trank. And they just go in after. But the high ground is still there with the Mercy Pocket Soldier.
Typhoon's isolated in the left side alleyway right now, but he's getting healed right back up. He's just trying to fireball the tank be away from the squad. Fish almost has a high noon, but they do use the overclock here from the Elko, makes some space. Optical Crash in a really awkward spot right now. Has a shout though to get back with the enemy team. North Logic falling so weak, does get healed up by Zucchini. Zucchini still has the window if they decide to use, but overclock finds one for Optical Crash going down. No tank, no life. Fish using that high noon here. Trying to get something done to eat though from North Logic comes out, and nothing really garnered here from Fish. Can't get a skull off, as well as a javelin into the background. I mean, Tampy and Bunny are still behind,
Still back there.
but Nort just pushed forward now. It's a 3-on-2
So
on the point. Zucchini has the attack to keep North up nice and healthy. They have the Orisa spin if they decide to use it. Autocorrect comes in for the contest, looking to get something done. Karn does land on a red cactus. The winner comes out from Zucchini, but Fish goes right past it. Right click Warlord will find Zucchini. So now it's a very even fight. Zoo Typhoon punishes the flank. But is it gonna be enough? As it is a 2-on-3 on point. Here comes a spin from Neural Object. Slams it down. They get Fish on the back foot. Colas is invested from Hayden. Elko finds so weak. Elko so low. Elko trying to get back with the team. Again with the trap. Kills Hayden. From beyond the grave. Post-mortem. Out of the crash. 90% and counting towards his ultimate. But the Valkyrie from sleep because her Bunny slides on in. Keith helps him crash up in this fight. Utter chaos. But at the end of the day, Noopy come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, it was really. They were just. So many people were distracted by the flank. They just took so many resources off their front line, so they eventually got whittled down the front. And just the pure distraction of the Mercy Pocket Soldier just ruined it for them.
Both DPS ults are ready to go here from the side of
Look
the
at him again.
Monkez.
There he is, goes again.
They're there though. It's 3-on-2. They're punishing this. They don't want it to happen again. Fumi once, shame on you. Fumi twice, shame on me. But Fumi like 15 times, I'll punish you. Elko with the overclock as well as stabilized, and finally end this point B massacre. That's gonna be point B Garner, but there is gonna be a little less of a time bank here for the Monkeys than the Noopy had. 3 minutes is where time banks go to die. They have Trance, they have Tire, doable, but Fish over on the Bastion pick.
Here's the cheat code: control high ground, and you will win this in like 1 or 2 fights. Derek is already starting there. He's gonna tire from the high ground, but you want Elko up there as well. Elko's just gonna be in the main. He does get the shot, but the massive Queen out does find 3 to the left there though.
It finds 3, but with Bunny going down after the res, the Trance comes out from Typhoon as well. We'll keep the team nice and healthy. Hayden tries to fade back with the team, but it's not nearly in time, as 2 have already fallen, and now the punishes are here. I guess if you are the Noopy, you got out Tire, you got out Trance, you can come back with your Visor. You will have the swap from Auto Crash over onto the Ramontra as so many swaps are coming through. And Nordic is in your spawn. He has the spin coming up here, 5% counting. He has it. Ready to lock down this left side. Is anybody going to like try to go out the other door? They do use the
Elko's there.
Elko punches down immediately.
Wow, that was pretty cool.
Wow, King's Row, that might be the best King's Row C attack we've seen in a long time. 2 fights and you get it.
They were also high ground. Whoever controls high ground controls the destiny of King's Row C.
As an update, it is 1-1 between the Gators and the Penguinos right now.
Yeah. Also update, the streamer Doug has currently raised $234,000 for a Sea Otter's birthday.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for a Sea Otter.
Well, I mean, what does he want for his birthday?
A lot of seafood.
New Lambo.
New Lambo for the Sea Otter.
Otter with the whip? Where are you gonna go? Anyway, back to this game. Auto Crash on Zarya.
I don't think Zarya is a perfect counter to Orisa. I will say it. Because you need to build energy. And if a team is not dumb, they will do the classic, alright, do not shoot first bubble. Alright, second bubble, melt them. And then they die.
Nar.
Okay.
The bubbles slow my frames down. Shoot them instantly.
Perfect. Fish
Too many
on the
polygons. I mean, Fish on the Torb, Tabby back on the Widowmaker, which opened up point A last time with 2 picks. Okay, so I was immediately over to Echo. And Bunny, in the response to that, goes to Baptiste. I guess trying to put some more pressure on the front line with those kunai as well as the healing. Or what am I saying?
Elko on the high ground. Panic needs to try and pressure this out, but orb onto Elko as well with Typhoon able to easily get LOS on it. So if Elko wants to slide out, can slide into Typhoon. Massive,
huge slorb.
Massive slorb. Oh, the stickies.
Fish. Fish is very weak there. Now Lord Eldrick has no cooldowns as look to recontest here. Optical Crash. Try and build it towards any energy, but Elko forces slide on out, so it won't have that disengage. But he's
Ooh,
still in the
that's an
same spot.
aggressive slide. That's not very good. He's gonna be met by the
Panic B.
Force of Suzu.
Any touchers?
Hello?
Out of crash will get that touch. He did touch the point, I believe. He did not.
He touched point at 4 seconds when I think you need to touch at 3.
Yeah. So 2 minutes for 1 tick. And it'd be a tie series if that happens.
I've seen bigger jokes.
Me too.
I missed by an inch.
Am I allowed to go tank?
You stuck. I'm playing tank.
Well, now hold on. My dog is crying. Let me go check that out. You get this overtime.
Alright, I got this. Nothing new from the side of the monks. Nothing new really from the side of the Noopy. I mean, you're starting Mei and Hanzo, so Hanzo can get consistent picks from this high ground, if not contested, as well as, I mean, Risa, if using abilities correctly, should be able to sustain a single wall. So,
Corey
I will-
returned home. That was the reason. Now I'm back.
Congratulations, welcome back.
Thanks. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a tied series going 1-1. If I always say I'm not much of a prognosticator, but if I had to take a guess, it'd be 1-1.
Oh.
I've been wrong before.
Oh, Hayden just swapped Lucio. He should get back in time though, since he's a
Yeah, he's-
little guy.
Yeah, there he's already here.
Yeah, perfect. Just in time. Shoots out a volley and goes to the taxi. Jab onto Paninii inside of hotel. Very quickly bringing him down. Has to peek from main. No high ground. No high ground control. So guess who gets high ground? Elko and Typhoon.
And the jab spin to stop the charge from landing from optical crash. They do force out an early block from Fish as well as they're going on in.
Oh,
Logic is trying to push
space.
back, but Bunny is so weak. She will get back and start getting healed up. But Nort is on the flank. The flanking
Tenet
horse has been
and-
activated.
Tenet and Hayden trying to contest this high ground, but bro, Nord
point?
just in.
There's all looking at Nort Logic. He's taking the
Nord
entire.
TNs.
He's taking so much space by inting, and Elko just slides on in a drive-by punch, a drive-by melee on the Bunny. And Rekkax and Elko are going to take point A, Kings Row 1 tick, and they are going to take a map, making it a 1-1.
You really gotta contest. You really, if you played a poke DPS, you need to play for those high grounds as much as possible. They contested it too late, and you just had Elko and Typhoon just quickly controlling those high grounds, and just forces the tank to back up so quickly. What a
my.
fire strike, by the way.
And then this, I would have shattered that
The cooking,
just to source
the
some dominance.
cooking Hello,
And
welcome
well-
back.
Grr,
Grr, grr, I'll beat you to it. Grr.
we didn't decide what we're doing. Grr. Junkertown.
Look at that. Koala King.
Hopefully no more tomfoolery.
Fish said no. Optical Crash said we will see.
I'm waiting for Auto Crash to lock like Zenyatta or something and just
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what they roll out on.
okay.
Normal.
he's on a
Normal.
DPS selection.
Okay,
That's
Nort
good.
on this Sigma. I think one of his better characters as well. At least in Overwatch 1.
I've
Right,
not
hey.
seen too much Fish Sigma, but
Uh,
I think most tank players that are high rank can play Sigma fairly well.
yeah.
He's fairly self-explanatory. Just put your shield up and just hold left click and you're bam bam bam. Bam. That was the sound of the balls bouncing off the wall, by the way.
And then you farm stats. And then you're like, bro, how's my team? What?
And he
how's
goes,
my
"I
team
have
losing?"
12k damage in 10 minutes. How is my team losing?" As you've just shot the enemy Sigma for 10k of that.
Exactly. Anyways, Optical Widow versus no Widow. So Elko just needs to be careful as he tries to duo this Widow if he ever decides to. As Derek also onto the Bjorn character. So double sniper versus not double sniper. So Elko with a very aggressive position on this offense, but needs to be does have his orb on him, so he's gonna need to maybe slide out as the Widow shot onto him does find his body as Optical is just challenged by Elko and dies very fast.
I mean, he has the orb on him from the Zenyatta on top of the Torp turret there. He has so much support.
Yeah.
Just,
He has
just
peel.
able to hang out over there.
He has
And
feel,
then
but
with
you know,
Fish
one
going
shots.
down, it's pretty tough. So, and now Elko is, 45% this overclock. Could be a big game changer. Typhoon,
Oh!
but with Zucchini going down with the random stray shot from Tanuki, that might just do it. Especially if they can get Elko out of here. Yes, they do force out a radical slide. The Torp turret eventually will get taken down. Nort rocks a wall.
You know,
Unfortunately, that I was watching when he did that.
unlucky.
But Typhoon and
they're-
Elko are still over here by themselves, so if they
they're-
look to punish this, they could get Typhoon.
They're only now pushing point, by the way. It took them a second just to decide that they wanted to actually push point. As Elko challenges
slides
three.
on in, challenges 3 of them, is still alive though. But Fish is there for the backup. The Rock, the 180 shield to stop that Rock coming in from Fish. Nicely played. But your Tyfield taken down by a Bunny. Now you're looking at Typhoon has a pretty nice sight line right now. He's fairly safe as well. And speaking of sight lines, gets the headshot right over on Tanuki. Take the
Mark
Hanzo out of
backs
the
up,
fight.
charging the rock and back to the Fish's shield.
What a okay, rock by Fish. But Typhoon has found 3. Typhoon, give him a 4th, maybe. He's a Bunny shuts it down. Can't get the 4th, but that'll
I'd like
do
to
it.
see Hayden
Typhoon
swap.
popping up.
I'd like to see Hayden swap to the Zen or even a Mercy because
Hey Panini, you should swap off the map select screen.
oh no.
Hey, look at that, we're back. And no
Hey.
worries, everybody. Though my play with that caster was so excellent, you got the whole vision of the map. You could just see in your head. Optical
Yeah.
crash, headshot to Elko. So good shot there.
Practicing
Takes
for
down the Soul
radio.
turn.
But
Practicing for my radio role plays. Yeah, looks good.
Elko coping so hard right now. What the heck?
Winston goes to the supermarket on your local radio station. Anyway, nice win it comes out from Zucchini. Both team retaliate, feel a lot of pressure coming on through, but the cart they can move forward the entire time. The E comes through. It's not too much point on pressure. Not too much pressure on point, I should say. Fish is in a good spot. Now the return window comes out from Bunny. But here comes the ult from Nort, lifts up Fish in the air that help with Typhoon's transcends, keep them up nice and healthy. Typhoon comes
the
out of the
dragon!
transcends, but the dragon, they just get out of it in time, and Typhoon lets kill feet yet again with multiple kills. And now 1 minute time bank, and really only Fish's ult to use up. Okay, that's a good start. If they can just stabilize for a couple more seconds here, don't die to a Torp turret challenge. It is out in the middle of nowhere. Please shoot it. They do.
Hayden's sticking on this Curie after the Kitsune. I'm really surprised by that. I was expecting a swap. But I guess sticking with it.
Optical Crash is on the coastline though, looking for a shot though, potentially a punch shot Typhoon, but Typhoon knows he's there. Chucks down the orbs and gets those hits on Optical Crash, forces him to replace. Now Elko slides in, has the rail shot ready to go. The rock lands on Nort Logic right through his shield. Now Fish has this Gravitic Flux. It is the only ult on the field right now, but Rek'Kax's turret has found Tanuki. They will eventually take it down, but Elko is still on this off angle looking to get the shots. They trade out Nort. So the Sigma down. Optical Crash, no shields, no problem. Finds a kill into Elko as well. So now Typhoon in the middle
Typhoon's
of nowhere.
committing.
They need to punish the Zenyatta. Okay, eventually gets taken down. Here comes the ult. It does get Zucchini in the air, slams him down. Zucchini 1 HP, does get taken down with the stray orbs from Fish. And now it's just Rek'Kax in the Mega Room, trying to get back to the team. Using the overload to get there in time, but just gets taken down the second he gets anywhere near point. And there you go. After Crash with 2 picks there to open up that point, get that capture rolling, and now we are going on to point B.
Typhoon gets a pick on Stan gets a pick on Typhoon, so it's gonna be very staggered as they try and get this, even though Nord and Elko are trying to contest this high ground, which is very, very aggressive with only them being there.
I've noticed that the Noopy are like allergic to high ground. They don't really enjoy going
That's
up there. They're all scared of heights,
Rush
so I can,
players.
yeah, they're all Reinhardt Rush players. They don't know what H ground is. But as of right now, in terms of H ground, the cold control goes over right now to the Monkus. Fish goes up there trying to get him off it. Looks like he's learned the ability to do so. Goes down. Elko does slide, but the rock lands on Nort Logic in the meantime. Nort Logic is isolated, but the high ground splooge comes down from Rek'Kax. Coats the point in it. Now Bunny going down to the stray accretion out from Nort Logic, and the picks are coming through heavily in favor of the Monkus, and they're going to stabilize on the defense right now. And they have this crossfire step right now. It's looking like a Valorant game. They are just all over the place. There's so many angles you gotta try to defend here. If you're Fish, you only have 1 shield, so it might be rough going forward here to break this.
Typhoon is doing so much on this Zen. It's kind of surprising seeing him do this much. You know, like you don't
nice
usually
round.
think Typhoon as a Zen player.
The dragon comes through, but the transit there from Typhoon to keep himself alive, as well as the slam from Nort Logic. Just breaks Bunny's ankles, breaks her shins on the come down. Now Typhoon is still in there. Typhoon is 1v1ing Fish and taking the W. I don't know how it's happening, but 3 picks quickly here for the Monkus. As they're going to get Hayden out of there with the TP. The rock from way downtown from Nort. Not quite going to land that. Steph Curry cosplay not quite there. But now they have the Gravity Flux from Fish coming up. But you're walking in 2 ults ready to go here for the Monkus. And high ground control is still there.
Window should be able to catch out Fish as the force back, but he has his flux because of
Panic.
Elko?
Oh,
Tanic? Oh, this
Yeah.
is a fumble. This is a fumble.
that might be a fumble. It's still a
turnover.
Okay, they used the Gravity Flux to get this final kill here on Nort Logic. So up and Crash led the kill feed. Building up towards the overclock very quickly.
They have no ults now.
They have no ults, but neither do the enemy team. So it's gonna be a neutral fight. But Typhoon has an ultimate ability by pressing E, so.
But the positioning, theoretically, should be really good for the Noopy, but they're not taking it great.
Tanic goes up on the high ground, though they have isolated Elko in the back, though, but Elko doesn't care. Has found Bunny. The point continues to move forward, but the rock from Nort Logic is going to land. Fish falls, and they can't touch the point. Too busy chasing Elko in the Mega Room.
Like, Derek didn't die. He didn't get out. He was just sit up on the high ground. They don't flush him out. He's just taking a casual 1v1 with Tanic, so Tanic is just focused on that and doesn't focus on anything on point. It's just sloppy high ground control, I guess.
Tanic B was not scared of the H ground. He got over his fear of heights. He learned to fly, and when he did, he got a lot of picks for it. So maybe his team will go up there with him next time, and we'll get a 5-man push in the H ground. But who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe they go back
No
to
one-
Reinhardt and just play the low ground.
That would be pretty big, honestly. I mean,
They need to put Optical Crash back on the Reinhardt. That's obviously the
Yeah,
answer
true.
they need here. And we're going to see the same comps coming up, but Hayden instead on the Mercy this time. Probably just going to be pocketing Optical Crash.
I count on you.
Get some more pressure in.
I still like, I mean, specifically in these comps, you like the Zen because it puts a lot more pressure on the Sigma.
I think you can say that for a lot of comps. I like the Zen because he presses E on the enemy tank.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. I mean, Zen is the you can do an Undertale passes run with Zen by just unbinding every key by your E, and you can just walk around, not shoot a single bullet, and still provide more value to your team than half the support roster. Anyway, my gripes with Zen put aside.
Anyways, Prod, spectate Nort. She's on the Nort skin because the skin looks like Nort if he was old.
Wow, cool.
Nort TNB and City's going boomer Nort skin just for me, so I had to bring it up. Anyway, shoot the turret.
Yeah, the turrets are going back and forth right now, but Tampy's first to fall. Now the offensive turret is in a really awkward spot, but does keep catching these little
High
peekers,
ground,
so...
high ground. Look at Nort pushing high ground.
Holy
Let's
cow.
go.
He's up there. He's up there. Oh
He's
no,
getting
he
rolled.
might be
He's
punished for
getting
his
rolled.
sins. He's punished for his
no.
sins.
I mean,
Do you dare touch H ground? Where's Typhoon? Okay, send back to spawn. That's where Typhoon is. Zucchini will get one exchange, but the res will probably come on through here from Hayden if it's in an awkward spot. It's not. They do get the res off, so it's going to be a 5-on-5 at the next push. But Auto Crash already 60% towards this overclock, and Rekcast goes off at Torbjorn over onto the Hanzo. Elko, how'd you get there?
cooking.
Okay.
And
Better
there's break
stagger.
turret.
And now 1 minute goes down, and Optical Crash finds another pick. Optical Crash going crazy on the Sojourn right now. This Pocket's doing huge numbers. And it's weird, they're on the high ground, and they have huge advantages here as they move forward in fights.
Holy high ground control when you
Impeccable.
shoot down onto them. Honestly, I think Nort needs to take high ground again.
By himself like he did last time. Torque
I
turret
think-
is taken care of. They didn't shoot turret. Optical Crash has overclocked though.
There's an oh, he got rocked onto low ground. But Optical finds Wreck Cactus again. It's Elko tries to challenge the pocket.
Here
and
comes the
it's just-
overclocked Optical Crash. We'll find another. The Immortite field comes up, but look at Tampy is in the back line. He tried to get a hammer kill, or he's trying to get the hammer kills. No, Optical Crash steals it. And now they're also building here for the defense, and really nothing in exchange for the answers for the offense. They're close to a window, but they got nothing against Optical Crash right now on the high ground, putting out so much pressure.
I mean, right now you're just looking to go into these fights, pressure 6 shield, 6 shield broken, and just look for
Elko
a pick.
just slides on in. Elko just slides on in. He might
Elko's
get
getting
punished as he
challenged.
does. I've been watching Valorant Champions, so I got on the minds that Torque turret that Tampy has is basically a Killjoy alarm bot. It just knows that Elko slides into that little area, shoots him once, and like, oh, they all turn down immediately.
Turret's not gonna be pressuring Nord as he tries to push from this point. Will be broken pretty quickly though.
Will it? Will it?
It
Okay,
should be.
there you go. There. Oh,
Okay.
All right, that was a really nice rockman fish, though. Not gonna lie, it lands him after the slide comes through from Elko. Elko is just not having a good game right now. This half, he's just being punished immediately for his aggressive slides. And now we're even touching for Tampy. He's trying to 1v1 against Nort, but has a turret there as well. So Nort, not there to shield the team, but the 5 ults are ready to get broken out here. The Valkyrie comes up from Hayden. No,
the slide out of it.
The slide, Nort can't get anything with the gravitic flux. And here comes a Molten Core from Tampy, but Typhoon punches that with the hide, with the headshot.
The Glocks.
There's just so many ults being used right now, and it's not one for either side. They have the
rocket to
trans.
Mercy is massive.
Supports are in the sky. It's a nice one. Slams him on in. Zucchini is falling so low, but has even time to keep her up nice and healthy. Hayden trying to pocket fish in this fight, just trying to slide along as fast as possible.
Nort was doing his best to just hit those onto the flying Mercy. He just was struggling for so long, but eventually got it.
Torture is there. Optical Crash is back with the overclock. Do they decide to invest? They might be able to touch this with plenty of time, though. Optical Crash and Elko 1v1ing on the side. The Slorb! The Slorb advantage for Optical Crash. The overclock comes in. Zio finds another. Oh, just gonna slide on in. Now Haynes return with the pocket. Optical Crash to the third. Optical Crash finds balls back here for the Noopy. Roller tries his best to do anything on the mini room, but it's just him and Rekcast. Rekcast goes down. Optical Crash to the 4. Optical Crash gets the ace! A 5 for Optical Crash. Bang! He hits it in chat. Match chat lets him know. Elko standing still, typing in chat probably. The hammer kill comes up from Tampy, trying to get done. We'll eventually find it, but the match is already over. The map is already over. Optical Crash. Much
Did a
better
lot.
showing on the defense. Did so much better. Once he actually had high ground to work with, and amazing how that works. Putting in
pretty
some
cool.
work, honestly. Pretty cool.
Yeah, but also
showing.
Typhoon did a lot.
Typhoon
Typhoon
did
tried.
get play the game though. He just could have would have. Snoopy up 2-1. And welcome on back, everybody, to the Overwatch Clash. I had to get that out fast before Fedora stole it from me. I knew the second you were like, all right, Booney, you intro. I thought for sure you're going to come in with like, you know, your
Paladins.
Yeah, I thought for sure something like that would come out. Anyway, we're going over to Colosseo for our push map here, picked by the Monkeys. And we were kind of discussing it in the break. An interesting pick because it's a pretty brawl-centric map. You could take it over to, say, an Esperanza, which is more of a dive style. But you do have Nort Logic in, who is probably more comfortable on, say, that Junker Queen, on that Orisa. So potentially playing to your limited tank hero pool here with the Shade Fish not being there for the Winston.
Yeah.
But the D.Va's also pretty good from Nort Logic.
Yeah, the D.Va's also pretty good from Nort, which, to be honest, you might have wanted to see a little bit, I guess, to fight that, you know, the high ground. But, you know, it's in the past. But I do not think that was the only swap.
We're on Colosseo. There's no high ground except for the bridges, okay?
Yeah.
They can play this here. They can play low gun Larry's here. Mercy?
Who? What?
Who are we pocketing?
The Genki.
Elko?
No,
Okay.
pocketing Typhoon.
Yep, that works.
Yeah,
I mean, I just want to see. I want to see Typhoon the Zenyatta if you're doing that. He's putting some work on the Zen. Anyway, it's gonna be a battle over the middle here as Fish has returned to the point, has his control of the javelin spin, forces Nort Logic into an awkward spot as well as the shout. The wall comes out, but a lot of space
should be isolated here.
It.
Yeah, Optical has a rail.
Looking for a shot. Tampy's already halfway to a Molten Core, by the way, putting some massive damage with the Torbjorn turret just right down mid. Elko the slide on, and then though with the help of Rakatas, they're gonna find two. And the Monk is taking a big advantage. Tampy will find one blade. Isolated as a 1v turret.
Shoot the turret.
Tampy is still in there. Tampy's alive. How is Tampy still alive? Force out to Suzu as well. He's just right-clicking in Typhoon's face. But the pocket is there, but it's still a 3-on-3. Tampy has brought this back, has Molten Core in 5. They're winning this. Nort Logic is so weak. Do they use the Molten Core? No, they don't. They know it's a one fight. The Torbjorn turret comes out. The Valkyrie for the Zucchini is just too late to keep Nordic in the fight. And I don't know how, but Tampy brought that back by just sheer girth and tonnage in the left room. Refusing to fall.
That is what you consider a choke, I think, by the Monks. Unfortunate by them, but also still a big clutch by Danik, able to just live that long and do so much. And also, no one shot his turret. So just able to build a lot of damage in.
And now they have Molten Core for the recontest here. Oh, the window comes out. They're brawling on point right now, but the Molten Core will be there to block off a nice window as well as a good place. Forced into a really awkward spot. Typhoon uses the continued rush. Onto a crash, falls in the middle of their overclock, but a nice rampage goes over from North as well. That's going to be a fight win here for the Monkeys, unless Tanik has another miracle up his sleeve. I don't think it's going to happen again.
Why can't my turrets live this long in the middle of the enemy team? What the heck? Oh, that's big!
Okay, they get Zucchini. But that might be all they're going to get. Hayden is there, just trying to go around point, try to stop them from capping as long as possible. Look at the spawns here.
Okay, I think that, I don't know. I like the Soge. I like the pick potential of Soge. I don't really, it's definitely better than the Soldier in my opinion. Soldier just gives pressure, but no pick, not very limited pick potential. But
you don't hit your Helix rockets, obviously.
Like
and you can tell. Recognize goes in with the Blizzard, and they just walk away. But they did create some space. They get isolated a few targets like Fish.
Fish is so isolated, but there's no team to follow up.
He doesn't have fortify either, though. The blade from Elko, though, is in a small room. They have the Retai field, though, but gets broken immediately. Elko with one. Elko, can he get a second? Doesn't look like it, but they create enough chaos there to stabilize and get another pick. Auto crash, trying to do something with the Reaper, but doesn't get taken down. The bot was stolen in the meantime by Hayden, but it was not for long. And now the bot continues to move forward. They will gain the ability, or will they gain the lead here, and the ability to get towards that checkpoint. And just the Molten Core coming up for Tampy here for the Noopy on the recontest.
Oh, Optical TPing in already. That's the rate to get out, so it should be fine. Elko is just challenging to fall so low, gets the Moira healing though. And at this point, you want to rotate to try and take fight on checkpoint if you are the Monks and the Noopy. Looks like that is what will happen, as Nord is left alone low ground at the moment. He has to back up to the rest of his team, as Kitsune's being invested along with Cole.
Both portals come out, but here comes the Molten Core. Try to do something about that, try to shut those down, create the space for the team to use. Zucchini can't really do too much. They're isolated by Fish walking down at them, and they find Nort. And with the Joker Queen going down, the rest of them fall like dominoes. The Noopy take the card back into their favor, and the only Hades Molten Core to do that. That's a very efficient fight from them. However, the bot doesn't even get targeted. Yes, they will get it. And the staggers are coming out here as well. Tampy 1 HP on that kill. But we'll get back to the squad.
Alco doing some good build with the blade, though. Can probably build this next fight. But you're going to go into a spin and almost a beat. It was the main things you want to look for if you're that Genji.
Yeah, the Reaper ult as well could put some pressure on. Auto Crash looking for it, though. He's below him, looking to do him in a crouch play.
Oh!
And the opening pick! When North are going down, that could be huge. They're just speeding him in. Or is he going to use it here? They might even need it. They're just getting the picks they need anyway. Red Cash falls so low, goes down.
That will be lead-in, and it should also be checkpoint.
That could be checkpoint. That'll be checkpoint. 6 meters away from that. It's going to go on in order to trying to come back, but they are going to get the checkpoint.
Oh,
Lead garnered. Auto Crash comes on high ground. High ground.
High ground?
Elko forced him out, though.
Yeah, Elko forced him out. Lamp is used.
As well as the Ray form. Very, very turnable here. Auto Crash goes in the background. The spin!
Does it eat?
Spin! The double spin comes through. They find 2 picks on the back of it. Beyblade, let it rip, baby. And now the plot continues to move forward. Zucchini forces Faye back with the team. She will get out with her life. It looks like, yes, Auto Crash punished. But they have the good spawns, and the bot continues to move. Do get another here. So both DPS are gone. But it continues to move. They're just holding them back, but just there's bodies. They're just throwing buys to get more meterage, and it's working. They get almost 100 meters here. Another jab. They're gonna get 100. And they're probably gonna back out. Yes, they're just gonna disengage. A great fight from the Noopy here.
El Clasico. Just push it as far away as you can and just make sure you get out. Woohoo! I love push.
I love push too. What a great.
Typhoon on Zenyatta. Another good swap. I like the Zenyatta into Orisa. It always will. Blade invests on the back line.
The Blade does get Fine Bunny, so a good start right now. The Molten Core comes out as well as the Torture, but Elka finds a tether. Both sports are gone. And with 3 picks, the Monk is looking to raise back in their favor. Tampy does get 1 bonk for his troubles.
Alco finds Derek as well.
That's gonna be 2 picks here, and the bot is not moving forward, so some are gonna get good spawn, like Fish. In fact, most of the team is gonna get good spawns, so they're gonna contest us in mid again. And will not allow any meter gained.
You want to, if you're the Monks, you want to go back and take this fight from high ground. But they're not doing that.
They're fighting mid.
Down 2.
Going in.
Yeah, this is not good. This is really not good for them.
Really only the window there to worry about in our side. Run
lucky
right
for them.
down main. They have the coalescence for Zucchini if they decide to go in with this one. It looks like they're looking for it. Elko is on the side with North. They re-engage here with the coalescence. Does take down the immortality field. Of course, has some pretty good spacing. Elko with the opening pick. With the batteries out of the fight, no immortality field, no large amounts of healing. It just hates the soul support alive here. And they're going to capitalize.
That is so unfortunate for the Noopy. They should have known. They should have known that they could have pushed there, but they just didn't. They just didn't
checkpoint.
push.
And Hayden's going to get staggered here. He's going to get chased around by Elko, but he's going to get staggered. That's disastrous.
Oh,
Did you get
a point, thank you.
They're going to get checkpoint.
Yeah, they get, no, they don't.
They don't get checkpoint, and Alco still has this pulse bomb. If he can land it. Oh, the pull of the pulse bomb is huge, but no picks on the back of it. The combo was there. I saw the vision. Just didn't quite execute. Here comes the tire out from Cactus. Doesn't find anything. Doesn't find any picks. It doesn't look like it. Okay, we'll find one, but it's exchanged. As the body was left alone. They didn't get the checkpoint even yet. They do get 3 picks. And now to go crash it. Discord on point, trying to blink around. It's just an overloaded Torbjorn there as Typhoon blazing on the points.
The bug scratcher is going to prevent them from tying up the lead, I think. So they should be getting another fight right as they're going to start being close to contesting that lead.
And out to crash over onto the Cassie. Probably puts some pressure on Elko when he goes in aggressively. And they have beat to go in with this if they decide to fight right now. But they're not even need this. Typhoon's already gone down. And Fish just walking for Tampy's in your backline with overload. Do they get the push? No, Fish try to get the push off the map. Elko does have the blade, but is very weak, and I think they're going to decide to invest it right here as the bot is now in favor of the Noopy. Walking on back now, less than 2 minutes remaining in the time bank, and still 20 meters separating the 2 teams.
Yeah, you get all good spawn at least, so you can take this fight mid. You have Blade and Queen ult to go into this, but you're going to be playing into that window and beat, so the beat can counter out both of those ults. So you want to use one to get out the beat and then hopefully clean up the other.
Elko was hindered, but goes back in anyway. The beat, Molten Core, the Blade finds nothing, but does get out 2 big ults.
As long as you just live this fight, wear out the core, you can go in with Coalescence, I guess. Something to go in with. We're gonna catch off
Gonna
this
go in.
sword.
I'm gonna crash down. Tempe as well. Both DPS for the Noopy. Fish trying to bring it back here with the Terror Surge. We'll find Elko, so it is an exchange. It's 4-on-3 right now in favor of the Monkiz. The window again from Bunny. Build that very quickly. Auto crash has a hideout when they return. But the Rampage comes in, but just finds Fish, but they do get the kill to back with it, as well as transcends its force. They come out here. If Hayden can survive, they'll have one more fight. It's 30 seconds in the time bank, and just a High Noon. High Noon versus Tiger, and
This
20 meters
Tiger
separating them.
Is so
Oh.
this tire is so much better here because it's the single pick that matters, and you can easily kite this noon, but the tire can be so much harder. And optic is also not there, so the consistent damage of the tire won't be there. Oh, if you can retire early, honestly, just go for it.
Tiger right now, it's a good move, going right in, just creates the space for the team. They're gonna get a contest. They can't touch. Fish will try to go in here for the last second contest. Out of a crash.
Oh, they got the touch.
It's 2 missed Typhoons. Ice Age on point by Fish. Taking off the high ground. The high ground comes in. This could be huge. However, Tappy has fallen on the back line. Zucchini comes in with the healing, trying to get anything back. No else for either side right now. It's just pure neutral gaming. They get forced out. Oh, Typhoon done. But auto crash exchange is 3-on-3 on point. But the attack field comes out. They're just going back and forth. But the spawns here are heavily in favor of the Noopy, but it's just 2 meters. It's 1% meters, and they have the coolest. Can they touch? They can't. In overtime, it's the fight win. We're going to map 5.
Oh my goodness, that was almost tragic. Direct just boot the cast High Noon up into the air, so it finds Nord, I believe. Oh my goodness, so close, but we'll be back soon with a map 5 banger, and it looks like also update the Gators 3-1 the Penguinos, so check your preds on that, but we'll be back soon after this break.
These beats are the purest. Prove it.
I think Paninii is a lot. Wait. So is Paninii your casting out? Yo, Paninii. Yo, welcome back. How's it being dead?
Hello, I've remembered to unmute my microphone.
Are you on the right screen?
Yes, I am.
Holy moly. Congratulations. Welcome to Legion.
My favorite map in the game.
This map's overrated. Just like KR these days.
Yeah, but I really like this because I like Koth in general because you get like 3 different distinct types of points, and I also really like Night Market here. Nort going on the Junker Queen, I don't like it very much on this point. It's really hard to close some of those like long sight lines, especially if you go coast side. If you go the White Room, it's a little bit better, but both teams are playing the Sim, so we are going to see a brawl on the point. So we'll see if not Nunker Queen, Nort on this Junker Queen can get a lot of cleave value, hopefully, into this Orisa.
TP?
Oh, they don't actually TP to the
TP
point.
out. Yeah, that's
Yeah. Oh,
that's fine.
Red Cactus stays on the Sim, though. It might get a lot of value into the Sim, Orisa, actually.
Early pick from Tanic beyond Suzuki, and looks like this fight will just instantly stagnate because your Zenyatta's not going to be enough to keep up this fight, so we'll just get a first fight. But because you stand the Sim, you can just TP to White Room side of point for this next fight. As Zuki is already back, so I would look for this TP, or they could just walk, you know, that works too. You can also just walk White Room, then TP behind them if you really want. There's no anti-nade, there's nothing really to contest it, just gonna get spun on after you TP. Unless you just, you know, don't want to use the TP and just walk in, but boop. Whoa, no. That's a really bad start so far. 2 fights instantly lost because of a simple pick, and another environmental kill as Alko is booped into the Pog fish water.
Yeah, it's hard to play to push that against the Orisa because she basically is going to get a free javelin because everyone's going to be lined up. I would have liked to see more value out of the sim. Oh, Nort gets his!
Go
That's
fast.
actually huge.
Zoom, zoom. TP on
They're TPing the point. Nort's on the point.
Big.
Early shout comes out.
Okay.
Another environmental kill.
People, please stop falling off the map.
Yeah. Derek swaps off of the Symmetra onto this Junkrat.
It's...
Which
I
is...
would honestly... Oh, wait. Nord also wants Zarya, so they're trying to counter this Orisa a bit more.
Interesting.
I would just... I kind of want to see the Bastion into this.
Yeah.
Bastion can do a lot of
I
damage,
think
but you almost have...
They could have stayed
all
Sim.
coming online for the Noopy.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard to push into 5 ults here. Typhoon's going to have this Transcendence here, so he's going to be able to get some value with it if he opts to use it here, but it is a lot of ults, so... Oh, never mind.
They are not... They are just getting picked after pick, and Derek's scooped off.
Oh, Fish might die here, though. I don't...
Warren's invested, he's fine. This is...
Norton might get staggered
tragic.
here.
This is tragic so far on the side of
get...
the monks. They just aren't able to enter anywhere. I honestly think bridge side's better because for the comp they're playing it's a decently harder for them to get picked off, and there's another pick.
Yeah.
They're not even gonna get an ult fight in. Derek's the only one to touch here.
Oh.
Suki tries.
They do
not there,
touch somehow, but it's not gonna matter.
0 ults are used by the monks.
Yeah. I do, in the defense of the monks, I think this is going to be their worst map to play on. I think they've been winning a lot on the brawl, so I think they're going to get a lot better fights on Control Center on a night market. But yeah, especially into the Orisa, I could see them going Zarya Sim and just playing double beam into the force and then just have her absorb all the damage. Fish does show the Rhine. And okay, so they're going back to a similar comp that they were playing on that Coliseo.
I really want. I mean, the Junkrat still works with the same idea of just.
No, I mean like the.
I really want to see the Echo. I want to see the Echo with this to get angles. Again, it's gonna be a bit rough, but it's the same concept of trying to get in and getting a lot of space.
The Noopy are gonna TP to point here, so they are gonna get there first, but against the like. Yeah, it's gonna be really rough to push into this. Between the Sim turrets, the Baptiste burst healing, and this Ryan just holding his shield up, it's gonna be really difficult to push into this. Maybe Elko could try to set up some angles and just try to create an opening here, but
He's being contested on these angles, so
yeah.
Honestly, right now it should be easier for Main to push in, since the Elko's being marked on the flank. Shout in, doesn't find anything.
Gets a big cleave with his axe. Swap does come over, but Tanikby falls. That's a huge pick. A lot of the damage coming out from the Noopy.
Elko's 1 HP, has to back point. The healing has to be focused on him as Derek falls. These turrets need to be broken as quickly as possible as Elko fully commits, tries to dash through, does not find anything as they will just be cleaned up by this fully charged Sim.
Optical Crash gets taken down. Well, he does have the teleport, so he should be able to get back faster if he wants to. But yeah, it was a pretty clean fight from the Noopy. They did get split there a little bit trying to contest Elko, but big pick on a Derek comes out. Optical Crash goes off of the Sim onto this Reaper, actually. Looking for a little bit more frontline damage. The Shatter doesn't get anyone. Nort does fall, so I don't know if they can even push with this.
Fish. Elko's close to this blade, but I don't think he'll be able to build this in this fight as Optical is on it. It's on Typhoon on along with the Reinhardt. This is just a mess for the monks.
Nort goes on the
hammer
Orisa.
Kill from Tanik. It's time on to Derek.
Ults are starting to come out, so that is going to be good. Maybe the monks could find something to open up here with, but
Trying to force out this Reaper. Wraith is used. Nord's now on this Orisa as he's having to push in. Gold is used, but no cooldowns right now by Nord. He's trying to get this offing on this turret as Elko does find it. The blade is going to be used. The beat is going to be used in response. The coalescence should be able to... No, never mind. Elko still falls even with the coalescence. Trying to push into this Optical, almost has the ult.
big pick on the
Candace
bunny.
finds the most sustained by the Baptiste as Tanik just pushes onto Zana, being pocketed by the Moira, is just trying to get through the shield and down as a team. The TP onto Igon, Kendall first spin, does find maybe 3, only, yep, gets 3.
Nort might be able to...
Nort.
Elko is coming back soon too, but they should probably cap here.
He TP's on. Never mind. Oh, he almost TP'd on.
Yeah, at that point, I feel like it's better to just reset than to try to keep fighting that.
And because they did not get up to 99, there will be no overtime automatically triggered.
Yes, correct.
Oh, almost
Nordfall's
off
so
his tag.
low.
Oh, Nord is kiting into the core. You gotta be careful. He needs to kite back his team. Able to use the ult to get the extra fortify armor. His optical crash is back. Should be able to clean up this fight.
Yeah. It is also, now that they have given up the point, it's going to be really difficult to retake with this, the Torb Rhine. Especially with the burst damage of the Junkrat and the Hanzo, the Rhine's shield should be pretty much non-existent here.
Optical onto Echo, though. Should be able to get a lot of good
That is a little bit better, yep.
It's they just got a free walk to point.
Fish has
That
a
is
free
unfortunate
shatter.
for the monks. They weren't looking for that. They weren't ready for that. They should just spin in. Oh, he quickly falls in the shatter with the window, able to find so many. It's just Nord and Typhoon alive. Nord does find the Baptiste. The sustain is gone, but Typhoon is gone, so no flex for alive. Barely any sustain alive. Nord will fall, and it looks like it will just be the end as Noopy do count this point and should quickly be able to get
it does find overtime.
Huh? There are a lot of times I just never see that trigger. That's
Yeah.
cool. And it looks like it will be a victory for the Noopy. A very close series. But MVP interview before they all leave. Quickly. Make your selection. They're all leaving right now.
You go.
I don't want to.
Hayden.
Hayden?
Yeah.
Alright, stealing Hayden right now. He has no time to make any decisions. You've been yoinked, Hayden. Congratulations, MVP interview before you all leave and go into a call I can't yoink from.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Map MVP.
Oh, I got map MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Or
Nice.
match MVP, yeah. One of the main things I want to say is, was it your Lucio on Ilios just marking Elko and just denying him so much space was very exceptional.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try my best.
Yeah, a bit of a silly Reddit Lucio plays every now and then, but you were just farming final blows on all of Ilios.
Yeah, no, Elios is like, I mean, it's like the Lucio map, right? It's like
Yeah, it's the funny map.
it's a funny map, so yeah.
But you didn't. I mean, you didn't go for the spawn camp though, so kind of shame on you.
Yeah.
You also
I
got
forgot
some.
about the spawn camp. That's on
Yeah.
me.
Next
Apologies.
time.
You got some environmental kills on Gardens too. Love to
Yeah,
see
I
it.
did. I did.
There's like
I
that
mean,
one
they were
fight.
kind of like,
Oh God.
they're
So
kind of
many
playing like
environmental
robots,
kills.
so it's kind of like, they're like they were like NPC walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just so many boops onto that point. It just, the monks didn't use a single ult on Gardens. They had 3 of them. They weren't able to use any of them because the fights just end instantly with either a pick or a boop.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, I put in the reps. Yeah.
Hated MVP.
Get wrecked, fish.
I can't.
Yo, baked out of my mind, I still get MVP. Get
Lost
fucked.
2 games because of him. 2 maps because of him.
Nah, he's mad. He's
So-
mad. He doesn't understand the truth.
Here's another thing that went into our decision. We can't give it to Optical Crash or to Fish after King's Row.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they were like stinking up the show. It was really bad.
Yeah, walk me
Yeah,
through what was
so-
happening there. Like, I don't.
What?
What was going on there?
How that
Oh,
happened.
we were kind of like, Optical Crash just decided to like throw. Is the best word to say it? No, I'm kidding. But like he was like, he wanted to go tank because we were fucking around, and I think we just ended up trolling a little too hard. The bit went too far.
Yeah, it still looked like you guys having a decent amount of fun, so that's really all that matters.
Oh, we had a great time. Fish had like his roommates, and they were like, anytime he died on King's Row, he had to take a shot. And after the first death, they, he tells us they put the fucking shot glass in front of him and say like, don't die.
Well, yeah, it seems like you had a great time, but here's the important question: if you were not MVP of this match, who do you think on your team deserved it the most?
Well, that's like a lose-lose because I mean they're all like terrible. Like I gotta say, like, I gotta give it to Bunny. She threw the least out of the 5 of us. So I'll give it to Bunny.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh.
the series Bunny has been playing a lot of very
She
consistent.
was owning. Like I saw
Yeah.
her heal numbers. It was like,
Yeah, she doesn't
like-
pop off, but she gets like a lot of value.
yeah.
Yeah, well, congratulations once again on your win. Good luck in your future matches, and have a great night.
Thank you.
Aiden.
You too. Have a good night.
And that will be us closing up here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope everyone has a good night. Tune in next time for matches on
Monday?
Sunday. The Ewoks versus the Zeros may be broad. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we'll try.
everyone have a good night.